It's a lady in London here. Today I want to show you around London's Rotherhithe. This area on the Thames in South London is underrated and worth exploring. It's got a lot of great history, including some really fascinating American history, good riverside pubs, and lots of places and streets to explore and discover. I can't wait to show you around. The Thames Path is a great place to start a visit to Rotherhithe. You can see all kinds of exciting views up and down the Thames and skyscrapers like the Shard. It's also fun to sit and watch the boats go by. One of the most unique things about the Thames Path in Rotherhithe is that Cumberland Wharf marks the approximate point where the Mayflower ship departed London for the Pilgrim's voyage to the New World and America in July of 1620. In 1991, local artist Peter McLean was commissioned to create a statue commemorating the departure of the Mayflower for the New World. Next to the statue, there are great views of the Thames, where you can imagine the ship departing and sailing down towards Plymouth, where it officially left for America. There's also a park at Cumberland Wharf where you can stop and take a rest along your way. Another unique feature of the Thames Path in Rotherhithe is the set of sculptures of the Salter family. Ada and Alfred Salter were pillars of the community here in the late 19th and early 20th centuries and did a lot of good work around the area. Rotherhithe is also known for its great pub scene. There are lots of famous pubs in the area, some of them right on the river, and it's fun to spend a day out here. The most famous pub in Rotherhithe is the Mayflower. This 17th century beauty is associated with the ship of the Pilgrims and is a great place to come and soak up the history of the area. There's also a fun deck outside where you can watch the boats go by on the Thames and get splashed when the water comes up high. The Angel is another fixture on the Rotherhithe scene. This historic pub is located right on the river and has a tiny little deck outside where you can sit and watch the Thames. It's a fun place to come on sunny days. Another place worth seeing in Rotherhithe is the local church. This isn't just because it's any old church. This church has associations with the Mayflower and the Pilgrims, just like a lot of places in Rotherhithe do. In fact, Captain Christopher Jones of the Mayflower is buried in the churchyard. He was from Rotherhithe and had local connections here. Just across the street from the church is a building with pilgrim figures on it in another nod to the area's history. Another thing that puts Rotherhithe on the map is the Brunel Museum. This little museum in the heart of the area is dedicated to an engineering family. It's associated with the famous tunnel underground in Rotherhithe and under the Thames. The museum is also famous for its roof garden, which turns into a bar on summer nights. One of my favorite things to do in Rotherhithe is walk around the side streets near the Thames. It's a great area to explore, to see local theaters and arts, and also just to soak up the history of the area. The Swan Road mosaic mural is a particularly fun detail. There's royal history in Rotherhithe too. In the 14th century, King Edward III built a manor house here, and you can still see the ruins today near the Angel pub. Rotherhithe also has its share of parks, including the huge Southwark Park. This park has everything from a lake to rose gardens to a Victorian bandstand. It's a beautiful place to walk. The park even features historic architectural details from buildings around the neighborhood that have been relocated here as artistic features. Not far from Southwark Park, King's Stairs Gardens is another green space. It goes all the way up to the river, right where the ruins are and the Angel pub is. I hope you had a good time seeing Rotherhithe with me today. It's a really fun place to tour, and I hope you get a chance to walk around yourself at some point. As always, there's more on my blog, aladyinlondon.com, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you go.